All right, Cap, man, we live with another
Yeah,
installment. You
yeah.
know,
What this says, episode 3.
episode 3, man. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We missed Easter. We should have got it in
we
on Easter.
missed Easter, dog. Ain't nothing too much happen on Easter, though. No, no, no. It's a lot happening on
Nah,
Easter.
that's a lot going on. What'd you do for Easter? What'd you spend it with the family?
I spent it with the family, man. I was video call with my old girl. Just she showed me some her little scenery, what she was doing. Just taking it at the park. We just had a little, guess that family time for everybody. So
Yeah, I noticed that your mom reacted to one of my comments on Facebook yesterday.
no, what she
Yeah, she
said?
might have. No, I was just. I made a comment about her cousin talking about real estate.
Yeah, yeah.
How it ain't the best time to buy right now or something like that. I was like, wow, that's enlightening. I ain't really heard that perspective too much. Because
Hmm.
everybody's like, buy a house, buy a house, buy a house right now. So, you know,
Especially a mortgage broker or a real estate agent right now. They gonna try to give you the business.
definitely, definitely dog. But I don't excuse me. I don't want to wait too long. I definitely want to go through some topics, do our little commentary thing and just get people up to speed, because most people just gonna read the headlines. Let's just
And take
do a
that
little
opinion and run with it, you know?
yeah, let's do a little bit of a deeper dive, for the people who ain't got time to comb through these stories.
Yeah.
Want to go. What you want to start with, the good news or the bad news?
Let's go with the bad news.
Go with the bad news first, right? All right. I say the bad news story, man. I'll go with what's going on today that dropped. Did you hear about Governor DeSantis rejecting? Want to get the right number? He rejects 54 math books on the basis of CRT. They've been attacking education in Florida lately. At least that's how I see it. First we saw the Don't Say Gay bill. They don't want anything about, homosexuality to be mentioned, but it's not like it was doing a lot of that before. And now they're rejecting math books on the basis that they're indoctrinating kids into some way of thinking. I think I got a quote from DeSantis, man, where he says, this is a quote from what DeSantis says. He says that it seems that some publishers attempted to slap a coat of paint on an old house built on the foundation of Common Core and indoctrinating concepts like race essentialism, especially bizarrely for elementary school students. Direct quote from DeSantis. So if we look at it from grade to grade, 70% of math materials for kindergartners through fifth grades were rejected. They say 20% of materials for grades 6 through 8 were rejected, and 35% of materials for grades 9 through 12 were rejected. And we don't really know the reason why. They're not telling us like specifically why. So you have kids that are in school right now. What's your first reaction to that story?
So big, yes. This is very right up my alley. So listen,
Mm,
how I take the story is it's two sides to this. Okay, you could be a
okay.
person and you can stand on, you believe what the education system is putting out and it gave you great results, right? You
Yeah.
can be on that side, and then you could be somebody that's saying, hey man, I've been a part of this education system. I didn't get great results. The hell with it. Let's get rid of all of it. So I come to think there's more people into the state of, let's find something else. The hell with what's been going on, how we've been teaching. Because some of these books have been out since the 70s and 80s. It's like the same, not to say, you can't learn, new things, or you can't learn old things new, but maybe he feel like a lot of it is outdated. Maybe he feel like, you know I don't know, but I can say that I don't have too much trust in our school, but I didn't see enough great results from, what a textbook did for a student, and it just took them to the next level, So I don't think that it's gonna sway me either way, but I can see him trying to get away from all of that old way of thinking.
And think I seem honestly, I see it a little bit different than that. Like I hear what you're saying that maybe he's trying to improve the education system. Maybe it's outdated. That's what you're saying, right? Maybe he wants to switch it up.
Yeah.
I think it's more of him being a conservative, which is what he is. He's a conservative Republican, so
Right.
he doesn't want our education to progress. When you start to get into critical race theory, you'll notice that it's really just fear mongering. A lot of people don't even understand what it is. And even understanding what it is doesn't mean that it's easy to articulate all the time. I still have trouble with it, but I think a good way to describe it is just to talk about how race impacts education, how it impacts our legal system, how
Yeah.
it impacts uh stuff like where you live. And when they say that they don't want that kind of thing being taught, for me, it's like they don't want to teach reality. They don't want you to know that. And these are things that are just facts of life. We can't act like, you know, you being black is not going to impact how much you pay for a house. It is going to impact where you get educated, and it's going to impact what happens to you, like as far as the law goes. We've
Yeah.
seen that time and time again.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I just think the kids should be taught reality. They should be taught the world the way that it really is.
So
So
are you someone who stands on you feel that the education system is going good for us in the United States right now?
no, I'm not saying that at all. I said that there's a lot of room for improvement as far as education goes, especially in Florida. I've been through the Florida education system, and I think that they should be teaching more epistemology
Mm.
in middle school, maybe as far as elementary school. Kids need to learn how to think critically, and these are this is not helping that. I think that we're going through a dumbing down in society. They're not really teaching science as much as they should. They're not focusing on academics as much as they should. And this is like a step in the wrong direction, if you ask me. I don't have a lot of confidence in DeSantis. I don't think Republicans really I don't think they want public school. I think they want to make public school as weak as possible, right? And then criticize it and be like, oh, it's not working. So once they say that it's not working, they're going to take more funding away and let it get worse and worse to where you're basically having to school your kids, or you have enough money to send your kids to a private school. And what it amounts to is people that come from low income neighborhoods, we're going to get the short end of the stick. We're going to end up getting worse and worse education because of these systematic moves that they're making. That's what I think.
Yeah, and now my kids is homeschooled, so I get what
Mm.
you're saying too. So it's like, yeah, it's a more burden, but I feel like it's 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 a good thing and a bad thing because, like you're saying, now you getting some parents that have more control. Now they're like, look, that's not working. Like you say, I can go private school, or I can, work with and make sure it's my responsibility for my kids. I can't just send my kid to school and just think he's just gonna, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think some
The
people,
parents still have some responsibility. I feel even if they go to school out or not, So
right, right,
it's
right.
very interesting, but for like you said, our people, for the people that's in the lower class communities, it's gonna be extremely hard for them to try to give the kids the right education to be able to compete at a high level. I mean, just look at, and I don't mean to just throw everything on the sports, but let's just look at like sports. Even when sports players from the inner city make it, it comes from them spending a lot of time, a lot of playing on that field, a lot of practice. It took time for them to get where they at. So I think it'll be the same with this.
Yeah, I want to for clarity, I want to be sure you catch what I'm saying, because I think they're handicapping the public education system, and it's going to hurt us more because we need public school. Like, I know, I hear what you're saying, that a parent does bear some responsibility on making sure that their kids are educated correctly. I get that. But if mama got to go to work from 9
Mhm.
to 5,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? When is she, if she got to come home and make sure they ass is washed and she got to cook dinner and everything, where does she go find the time to homeschool kids? Don't, what if he's involved in sports or something too? Where's the time then? By the time she get off work, he got to go football practice. So where is this homeschooling going? And then a lot of us is coming from single parent households.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. So I think the bigger question it is not them being able to control the school, of them able to dumb down the education system. It's about the support system that our kids have, period. Just like you said, a lot of people are coming from broken homes. A lot of kids don't just have the support system, period. So if we talking about schooling, it just don't even matter, because we need to focus on their support system. You know what I mean?
Schooling definitely matters, and sometimes the school is where they get the biggest support system. Sometimes
Yeah.
just things as simple as school lunch. Sometimes that's the only meal that kids got during the day. Like, if they weren't going to school, they wouldn't be eating during the day. Some people is in that predicament. So it's like, to weaken school in any way is not going
It's
it's
not
not
good.
going to help us out.
But I mean, when you look at school, I know what you said. I don't want to make it seem like school ain't important. I didn't mean it as learning in school not important. What I mean is the same system as people getting together and helping the kids as far as having a public school, they could be doing the same thing with it, just far as getting kids to the next. I mean, just like you saying, a village, it takes a village to raise a child. So
Yeah.
some people are going to be fortunate to just go to school and they can get around the right people. But if we focusing on making sure all of the kids are able to be around the right people and not have it private school and this, I think that's when it's going to be segregated. Like, yeah, the public school is going to be trash because the people that's making the money don't even want to send their kids there. So
Exactly.
who's gonna care about those kids? Like you said something earlier today that you was like, yo, who cares about the person just trying to make $20 a day, $30 a day, $100 a day? And that's what it's coming down to. Nobody cares about them because they'll go out of there. They'll take their money and leave. They'll say, hey man, this school trash. I'll go, and they're not gonna try to refix it. They're not gonna try to do things to make it better. They're just gonna leave it as trash and go somewhere where it's better. So we don't have we don't
I
have
know, I
no
could agree with them.
yeah, like we don't have no type of community where like, okay, let's fix the problem. It's like, nah, this ain't working. Get them out of here.
I think this is an issue that we need to focus on when they're banning books, rejecting books, saying it's because of CRT, and it's really just an attack on education, and they're making math the new target. That's what's going on here. So what I'm talking about, they're making schools weaker. It's a part of a bigger agenda that they got, but this is how they do it, piece by piece. The banning of books, the don't say gay bill. Then they got these vouchers for people, to go to private schools. So it's a way to kind of like take the tax dollars away from public schools. Now it gets really deep. It gets really deep.
Feel
We're
about the
if
don't
we
say gay bill. How do you feel about that?
I think that gay people exist. Even some of those gay people are kids, and there's nothing wrong with teaching that some kids might have two fathers or might have two mothers, because I would want the kids to learn about reality the way that it is. You're not doing them any service by just acting like gay people don't exist, or acting like it's something wrong, because not everybody has to have that belief. That's like kind of like a Christian belief. And if you want to raise your kids as Christians, you have the right to do that, at home. But when you come to school, it's supposed to be more of a secular thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be put in a little box where
A
we
box.
can't act like these people don't exist. That's how I feel about it. So, you know, I think if we're showing families, right? If we're showing like characters in stories where there's a kid, a mother, and a father, and you could tell that the mother and the father are in love, then there's nothing wrong with telling kids that there's
Makes
other
sense.
family structures
um,
out there.
yeah, I feel like gay people exist.
Yeah. Oh Lord, you in the Matrix. We lost you, Bob.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, you back online.
Back on. So, uh, I feel that you know, don't say gay bill. Why it has me like a little scratch in my head because in the NFL, or not in the NFL, but in sports or with anything, we've seen like racist owners and they said the N word or they said something racist, and it was like they stood on that or they would get punished for like you can't discriminate on racism. You know what I mean? But I never seen none of that go as far as it's going, as far as like the bill that we're saying, like the don't say gay bill, or I didn't never see him take the race to that extent. And that's what's racism, like you said, there's institutional racism. There's racism, like you said, there's people that can't afford it. And just because they're in a position, you know, where they're a color, like you said, or depending on what color you is, race, you in a whole worse set of circumstances. So I feel like it's just kind of weird to me that they're trying to guard that don't say gay. Because me, I mean, being in school since I was a kid, I never really I mean, people use the word gay a lot, but it was not. I'm just saying. I mean, they didn't use it as far as a negative way, but it was just like it was like kind of like a joke off, or like But what do you think? How were people using the word when you were in school?
Well, I don't remember them teaching about it a lot at all. It was kind of like a taboo thing, and I don't think the bill literally says you can't say the word gay. I don't think it's about that. I just think that they don't want to expose kids to that. That a lot of people. This is what I really think. This is what I really think. You know what I'm saying? And then we can kind of get off of this. I'll let you have the last word on this, but it does kind of relate because these are things that DeSantis are pushing. But what I really think is people are starting to see more gay characters in TV shows, even sometimes in comics and cartoons. And they really feel that stuff like that could turn somebody gay. And they're terrified. Hold on. Let me get it off. You know what I'm saying? I think they're terrified that having characters in shows might turn their kid gay, and they don't want their kid to be gay because they feel that God doesn't like gay people. So if God doesn't like gay people, they feel like they shouldn't like gay people either. That's what I think is really going on. So when they make these bills where they're like, we don't want this, it's like a dog whistle to people who are conservative, who want to uphold certain values. They're like, yeah, I like what he's doing. I don't want them, trying to push homosexuality on my kid. That's what I think the knee-jerk reaction to all of this stuff is. And the same thing with CRT. It's just things that people don't fully understand, and they use it to get people worked up, and that that gets people to vote.
So you're basically saying, like when we was growing up, it was a lot of male and female on the TV screens.
Yeah, you didn't see
You
a
know,
lot of
making
like
you didn't see it at all,
gay relationship. No, I
right?
wouldn't say you didn't see it at all. Like, I mean, look at In Living Color, like Men on Film. Remember that?
Yeah, when they
You know what I'm
men
saying? Like, it was
women.
there. Look at Shanae.
Yeah,
We see stuff like that.
Shanae. Yeah, I get you. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, yeah, you're right. That was mockery though. But it's
I
like
mean,
I know it's disrespect. I mean, I ain't even
yeah.
gonna get into that
Yeah.
because I'm a Dave Chappelle that, and every time
Yeah.
I think about that, I think about Dave Chappelle, and they
Yeah.
that's a whole nother can of
Yeah.
worms. But what I am gonna say to what you saying, I said in school, did we the gay word, or did we? How was it like in school?
We could say gay. I mean, people were saying it. We knew what gay was, but you just wouldn't hear the teachers really talk about maybe a kid having two moms or something like that. I remember in elementary school, I had a gay music teacher, and I don't think she ever brought it up. I mean, like, we kind of maybe figured or knew, but it was like she wasn't really talking about it like that. You get what I'm trying to say? Now I feel like she would have enough room to be like, listen, I have a wife. You know what I'm saying? I think that kind of thing would have been really frowned upon. And look, that's kind of like how the world is. I don't want to go too deep off on the tangent, but there was a point where, like in commercials, people used to really get bent out of shape when they would see interracial couples in TV commercials and stuff
Mm,
like that. And white people didn't like that. Even like there was a time on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood where he was getting his feet washed with a black guy there too. That was like a big deal when Harry Belafonte kissed a white woman on like all of that stuff was a big deal at first. So now, the gay thing's coming up. It's the same type of thing. Like, some people are just not gonna like it because they're conservative. They've been raised a certain way, and they feel like this is something that they shouldn't be okay with.
exactly. Because if I speak to the older generation about this, they not having it. They don't
Oh
want
yeah,
it. They feel like this is bad. Like, and I think that if it wasn't promoted on them the other way, like, because there was no gay, they weren't promoting that, so they just strictly seen this side. So
so let me ask you this. Do you think that if there's a gay character in a cartoon or something, you think it'll turn your kid gay? Would you not want them to watch it?
no, I would. I mean, I don't think it's not gonna. I don't think it's about the gay people. I think it's just not enough. Our males, we need to be seeing more masculine,
I'm
more.
asking you a direct question though. Like,
Uh,
would you not want your kid to watch it? And do you think if your kid watch it, it might turn them gay? If there was a gay
no,
character on the show, you wouldn't have a
no.
problem with your kids watching it. Okay. A lot of people feel different. A lot of people feel
Yeah, I
different.
mean, I have a problem with my kids watching it because it's not really just about being gay. It's just about I'm more conservative on what they're watching, just period. Not on just I don't care if you watch it. It's like it ain't even about that. I don't even care. I just wanted to make sure it's substance and it's I don't want them to just be watching but they get to watch movies and stuff that's out, but I don't just have them searching the web looking for something to watch and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
So I'm a little different than someone that you can ask because I'm really over what they watch and what they consume, and but I'm not looking at it in as far as a gay or not gay thing. It's more of what are they talking about? Is it?
Yeah. So that's not like something that would I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would feel too. I mean, whether there's a gay character in the show, as long as it was appropriate, as long as it was
Exactly.
educational, I wouldn't care. I mean,
No,
I
okay.
just feel like my kid is gonna encounter gay people in real life. I
Anyway,
think they're gonna have
right?
gay
I can't,
friends. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't hide him away from him, but you know, it
Yeah.
is what it is. He got family
But
members. Some of these kids got family members that's like that. So you know what I mean?
you're absolutely right. And I'm gonna stay on that because what we're seeing a lot of talk about right now is the Easter pictures of Dwayne Wade's family
Mm,
and his child, who identifies as a girl, Zaya Wade,
right.
brought her partner to the function, which is a him, you know, a young lady that identifies as a male. So I'm going to refer to this individual. Hudson is the name. That's Zaya Wade's boyfriend. Hudson came to the function. They took pictures, and there's even a picture of them two kissing. Do you
Wow.
think this is? Do you think this is appropriate? Zaya's 14 years old right now.
And Zaya was kissing another guy.
That's Zaya's boyfriend.
Ooh, touchy. Um, I mean, it's a free country. I mean, a lot of people are free to do what they want. So, you know, it's their kid. You can't tell nobody how to raise their kid. So it's like, you know what I mean? But I would have to hear more from Zach. You know, I think this is gonna have to come when, you know, how does he feel later on after going through this and experience that we're gonna have to hear from him and hear how it was and what happened and what was the problems
So
and
what? So whether or not this is appropriate, you want to hear more from the 14-year-old, or whether this is
no, I would
appropriate?
rather hear more about once this is all done in his experience and what once he come of an age of like, you know, where you're at an age where you conscious, you done been through life a lot, you done been through some things, and then to give me a perspective of what you went through in this part and how was it, were you dealing with it? Because we don't have no knowledge on this situation. You know, we don't have nobody that been through this before. It's kind of like a first thing for me. I mean, experiencing it, so I don't know what facts that I could go off of if I never knew anybody who went through that lifestyle, you know?
I get it. I get it. You know, and that's why I have trouble forming an opinion about this because I don't have any kids. You know, you're at least a father, so maybe you could give insight on parenting or whether what's the appropriate age for kids to be dating, bringing a girlfriend or boyfriend home, you know, for Easter dinner or whatever. I think that's like, you know, I think that would have been a little bit weird for me to bring a girlfriend home at 14 and be kissing on her, you know what I'm saying, at my crib. But, you know, kids are growing up different now. He's in a different situation than I was. You know, I mean, she is and he is, those kids, you know, so you know, I don't know. You know, it's just I think that's a little bit. I don't know. I think public displays of affection might be a little bit too early for 14-year-olds. And that's just my humble opinion from somebody who don't got kids. Them having like them being part of the LGBTQIA community though, I don't have a problem with that. And I think it's actually an ironic situation because being that Zaya was born a male and in the eyes of many is still a male, and the boyfriend Hudson was born a woman in the eyes of many, right? And it's still seen that way. I think in a way there's like this union between them is not contrary to the will of the Lord. If we could go there, you know what I'm saying? If we look at it from a religious perspective, this is a girl and a boy. So like should it I saw that people
Oh, so
acted
you
like they was
Dwayne
bad.
Wade's I mean Dwayne Wade's son's a boy, and the one that he's dating, it's a girl turned into a boy.
That's one way to describe it. Now, to be respectful, Gaia is a girl. You know, she identifies as a girl. The boyfriend identifies as a guy, but some people would say that that's a girl and a boy. You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah. I mean, we're still saying that they're a girl and a boy,
It's
even
still,
though that they. But you get why it's kind of confusing to talk about. But they're kind of involved in, on some level, they're involved in a straight relationship now. Like, would you think? You know, what I'm saying, people be real mad at Dwayne Wade, like letting his son be gay. He brought to the eyes of many. You know, what I'm saying, if Zaya's really a boy to some people, right?
Yeah, but
he's involved in a heterosexual relationship.
He cut his private off. So it's
I don't know about that. How do you know that?
Well, I don't know that for sure, but we need to.
You can't say we don't know.
I always speculate, but
I don't even think we should speak on that. Like, that's like not none of our business. You know,
it ain't none of our business. But how would you feel if that happened to a kid? Do you feel like kids can go on operations like that?
I don't know, man. That's not for me to decide. I mean, whatever the law is, I'll probably go with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think it's like up to the parents, because there's.
I thought that it was. Huh?
There's different situations. Like, there are people who are born with two sex organs, you know, and they might assign them one sex, you know. So I think it's very complex. And even if you try to define like what a woman is or what a man is, it's not as easy to define as like you may think it is. Because some people will say like, oh, a woman is somebody who can have kids. Well, there's a lot of women who can't have kids. And I'll say a woman is somebody born with a vagina, whereas some people that's more male than female, but that might have a vagina. So it's very, it's like this is something you have to ask a biologist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's the right thing to do. I'm not qualified, you know what I'm saying, to answer certain questions. So, but I just thought that the picture, you know, was gaining a lot of traction online. It's raising a lot of questions about what's appropriate when it comes to, you know, straight, gay, what's too young an age to be dating, you know, are these good parents? Are Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade good parents? Do you see them as good parents?
I mean, I just see like everybody else, the outside, everything looks good. When you see,
they look like good parents to me. They look like they're just loving the kids.
You see in the world is gonna look like great parents, because they're not gonna be, you know what I mean? It's rarely you're gonna see somebody out beating their kids and they just show a bad parenting out. So
no, I mean, we're seeing, we actually saw a lot of recently, we saw a lot of kids commit suicide, actually. Like the kids of parents, like famous parents. We've seen that recently. So these kids seem happy to me, you know what I'm saying, as far as I could discern, you know. Look like they definitely getting fed well. You know, you know, they're not going hungry.
Right.
You know.
So I can think, from saying that, I can say they're doing a pretty good job then. I mean, they're eating, they're getting education, but I mean, there's some great areas there that if this was proven true and this was there, I would say, yes, a little bit much for me. But
it's a bit much for a lot of people. I think it's like, you know, that's not how we were raised. I know I wasn't raised like that.
It wasn't raised like that, but I can't hold my mental onto just what I was raised on, and I understand that now.
Smart
I can't just say, oh, just because I didn't see it is not it. That's not real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're only capable of seeing so much. So it's like you have to see things and be having a real understanding on somebody else's position inside before you can even comment with any kind of way you feel, because you got to understand the whole position and the whole story. Just like I think a lot of this is, I ain't gonna say a lot of it is, but it's like in this day and age, we're living in a viral momentum. So it's hard to gauge what things are going on in people's lives, and it's gaining them attention. It's gaining them more publicity. It's gaining them more financial assistance. So it's like, if that's the case, I can't get mad at some people. If it's better in their life and they're doing something and it's getting your attention and it's getting you riled up and it's getting them, but it's making their lives, making kids eat more, making kids have better education. And I can't knock someone for putting stuff on the internet and it's wild or it's, I got to look at things a little different. That's all I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to get everybody.
Are you saying that Dwayne Wade posts pictures like this to clout chase? It seems like that's what you're saying.
This is a clout chase. I'm not gonna say I ain't gonna say it's a clout chase. I'm just gonna say in the moment that we're living in a viral momentum moment to where news go viral, publicity sells, people make money off of delivering content that's surprising. So I think we have to keep that in mind when we're looking at things.
Hey, so you think his kid's faking it? You know what I'm saying? You think he's just gonna come out and be like,
"Oh, listen, I'm not gonna say that they're faking it. I'm just gonna say that we have to keep this into we have to just keep this into our mind, rather it's not or it is, because I don't think if it's in this situation, but I'm not sure. I can't tell you that they're not, but it don't feel like it to me. But it's an option. It's people that's doing it. We see rappers and we see people get online and people are on live Facebook doing things that are, crazy. So I know that attention is a drug. And, if you get a lot of attention, you're making a lot of things happen to me.
Hey, speaking of getting attention, Isaiah Rashad, how much do you know about that guy?
Nothing.
Well, Isaiah Rashad, his real name is Isaiah Joel McLean. He was born in 1991. He was signed to TDE in March of 2013. He's out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and he was part of the 2014 XXL freshman class.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you're up to speed on this, but recently a video was leaked of the same Isaiah Rashad, aforementioned rapper, and he was giving and receiving oral sex with males.
Wow.
Yeah. So he performed at Coachella, and he actually had a montage of all the media clips where people were speaking on it. So that's the first time that we've seen him address it. I think it's important to add that when these videos got leaked, you might think that this would be like, death for his career, but he actually got overwhelming support about the whole thing. Like, people was just, some people spoke out against it. I heard Boosie say something like, God's not gonna let gay people stay in the closet. He's gonna make it come out. And then, but most of the people I saw speaking, yeah, that was funny. But most of the people I saw speaking on it was supporting him, like, yo, that's wrong for people to out him like that. And if he's doing that, that's his business. We don't care. It was more of that type of vibe coming out. So he came out to perform for Coachella, and he had a montage of all the video clips, and then he went into his songs, and I guess he had a good set.
So he showed the video clips of what people said?
Yeah, not the visual clips of nothing explicit, just people commentate, kind of like what we're doing, like other commentators, content creators, people who do opinion shows, just speaking on what they thought about the news of his video getting leaked. So what do you think that this means for the current state of hip-hop culture? That this
he's a hip-hop artist?
Yeah, I thought that I made that clear. He's a rapper. Yeah. He signed to TDE 2014 freshman class.
Wow. Hearing that, I mean, I'm thinking that it wasn't that type of rapper. I'm thinking from hearing it, it can't be like, I'm thinking it can't be like a hip hop.
Listen, I want to make myself very clear to you, Bob. He signed to TDE. That's the same collective that Kendrick Lamar is part of.
Wow.
J-Rock,
big deal.
Schoolboy Q. He's popping. He released his last album, The House is Burning, on July 30th of 2021. It charted on Billboard. So I'm not talking about like a SoundCloud guy. He's actually kind of hard too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like he raps, like he's good. I'm not gonna front.
that's crazy. I mean, I'm just shocked to just know that.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, what do you think that means for the state of hip hop now? Like, the rules are different. Like, do you
I,
think?
this happened before, but you got to think this happened before with what's the rapper name? And it didn't take too much of his career. I think Drake signed him. What was the guy? It wasn't as this explicit though.
Nah, this was. I know who you're talking about. I think you're talking about I Love McConan.
Yeah,
Yeah, it came out that he was, part of that community. He's. I think he said bisexual or gay. I don't really remember, but this is a little bit different.
does this guy accept that? Is he saying yes, this is me, or is it just he didn't? Did he address it? Did he address the situation?
I'm telling you that he came out to his Coachella performance playing a montage of all the clips of people talking about the video being leaked. So that's really like him addressing it head on. Like it's him confirming that, yeah, that was me in the video.
Right, but he didn't actually say that. Got you. See, good.
Yeah, he didn't really say
He
nothing
didn't really
about it.
say that. So this is where I gotta look at it and be like you saying, since we're talking about marketing, right? Because I would have never heard of this guy. I don't know who he is. I'll be real with you.
Listen, I get that you didn't hear from him. I'm telling you, he was in the 2014 Double XL freshman class.
So he's popping.
He's popping. Like
He's already
he's on
popping.
the TD. Come on, man. He's out there. He's at Coachella performing.
Right. But let me ask you this question. How well do you think he will do now, or how popular do you think he will be now? After this or before this happened? How popular do you think?
I think he's going to be more popular, and I think that this is like one of the first times in hip hop that we could see this. That a video gets released and then people come out and support you rather than.
Right. So what I'm saying is it's a little, when I look at the stats, just like you said, is his career, what do you think this is going to do for his career? You said, yeah, I think he's going to be more popular. And
Yeah, but I don't think I would have predicted that though. I don't know if he would have predicted that. But let me see if I get what you might be saying. You're saying that this could be a rollout. He could. You think he leaked the video himself?
hey,
You think that he thought like this?
listen, I don't want to just make people think I'm just trying to throw out with all these conspiracy theories. I'm not that type. I just want to think about the results and think about, okay, if these results, if people can kind of say, yeah, I'm going to get these results. Marketing is marketing. I'm going to ask you this question. If you was a rapper, you made it on Freshman XL, you had a group of men came up to you and they say, hey, listen, man, we got a play you can make. I know you want to make money in rap, right? You had goals to make $100 million in rap, right? Right now you at 900,000. You made your 900,000. You got your mama house, okay? I got this great rollout plan that, this could get you a lot of attention. Let's say a sum to, you getting a lot. What would be too far for you? If they would say, okay, listen, we could get you tons of attention, and rather if it's true or not, like we could put lies out, we could make it seem like it's not. What I'm telling you is, or you can speak for a regular artist or artist that's out there, because I know people want to be rich and famous. Do you think someone will measure of going outside the lines just to get attention, to get rich and famous, or to get more sales? That's where I'm at with you. Do you think that people are willing to do that? Rappers.
I think people are willing to go, but so far, but I don't think that rappers are willing to go quite that far. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll like play with it, like blur the lines, like maybe paint their fingernails. You know, we've seen guys put on dresses, but this video, you didn't see the video, you know what I'm saying? The video was pretty explicit, man. And I don't think he wanted anybody to know that. This guy has a baby mother. Yeah.
Oh, so he got he got a family.
Yeah, I don't think they're together. But hold on. I gotta deal with something. Hold on.
That's crazy. You know what's crazy? This thing live too.
All right, man. Bob, you still there?
Yeah, we still up, man. We at 40.
I had to take a short break. Oh, just close that.
We might as well yeah, man, we might as well end this one. And
Oh man, you gonna make me come back just to end it?
I mean yeah, we probably could cut that off and just probably figure something else for the next one and get some more topics in if you want, but
we didn't even really get to some stuff, man. We got some other stuff to get to, man. What, you got somewhere to go or something?
nah, no, this is live. I don't know how we gonna be able to because you see at that bar it shows us how many people were watching. So I think it's already dropped.
Yeah, we can still edit it after. We can put it on goddamn private and then edit it.
Okay.
They let you do that. But there's
Right.
still more to talk about. At the Coachella performance. Also, Megan Thee Stallion released a new song where she's addressing Tory Lanez. Did you know about that?
Wow. Is he talking about, because I heard that he didn't really shoot in the foot, right?
Is that what you heard?
I mean, that it was like he didn't get charged for it or something. But
he's been charged for it.
He's been charged for it.
Oh, yeah. There's a case going on right now.
Oh, the case going on right now. So he hasn't been found guilty of it.
Yeah. You want a quote from the new track?
Yeah.
She says, "Man, fuck niggas. Still can't believe I used to fuck with you. popping Plan Bs because I ain't planned to be stuck with you. Damn, I see you still kicking with them op bitches. I'm the only reason that your goofy ass got bitches. Yeah. So I guess that's addressing the time where Tory Lanez said the reason why he texted sorry after the alleged incident was because he said he was apologizing for having sex with her and her friend instead of apologizing for actually shooting her. So I guess she's responding to that. And Tory Lanez has been trying to win the court of public opinion by putting out things that would cast doubt on Megan's credibility, to say the least. And right now, he hasn't been convicted of anything. We weren't there. There's conflicting reports. Megan said that Tory shot her. Tory says he didn't shoot her. We're going to see how it plays out in court. But she did start her Coachella performance with a song that a lot of people think is addressing him. So,
but she used to mess with Tory Lanez like that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. This is big news.
Wow.
This is the biggest thing since, Chris Brown and Rihanna. When it comes to like relationship violence, I don't want to say domestic violence, but couple violence.
Yeah, that's big. I didn't know that they was I thought he just shot her in the foot. They had no relations. Like, you know what I mean? Now it makes sense though, Like
it's not funny that she got shot.
No, but it makes sense that it was on some relationship stuff. Like,
Yeah. That's like a really layered story, We could get into that deeper another time, but that's like just the latest chapter in that whole saga. He has a song recently too that he dropped where it sounds a lot like he's addressing her, but I think he has a court order not to talk about the case. So he's denying that it's about her, but I have my suspicions that he is talking about her in the song too. So they're taking shots at each other. That kind of thing.
Dang. She said she was taking the Plan Bs on him. Dang.
Yeah, so Tory, excuse me. I guess, Foots wasn't the only thing he was shooting up. I mean, he was shooting up the club. They must have really been locked in if that's what was going on.
Yeah, for real. For
real. She's in another relationship now.
And you know what though? She was very thinking about her career, she was very always with rappers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I noticed that too. It seemed like she was kind of like a busybody a little bit.
Yeah, every time I see you around a new rap, you sitting on another rapper lap. So it's like,
well, we don't know how far it was going with these rappers. It could just be a friend thing, or maybe she was in the driver's seat.
Really did shoot her in the foot. This would have to be some of the reasons why. That's all I'm saying. I don't see Tory shooting her in the foot for an argument. I think for just a regular. I think it had to be, if they were in a relationship like that, it had to be something he was mad at. I wouldn't think, I ain't gonna say if he did allegedly. I think it gotta be a way how she carrying herself. What you think?
I don't know. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. You're saying this is what it sounded like you're saying to me. Like Meg got shot in the foot, but you curious to know what she did to make him that mad.
Right.
Oh man.
That's not right. That's not, but that's how I look at things sometimes.
That's how a lot of people looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you had to do something to deserve that. I'll tell you, I think that's how people think about it. It's like whoever's music is the hottest, that's whose side we be on. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, she had to do something. Tory, that his last shit was 2-5. She had to do something wrong for him to do that. You know? There's a lot of different theories. Some people think the girl did it too. The home girl that was there.
I can see that. I can
I
see that.
don't know. I don't know. I just have a hard time believing that. I mean, I think that she got. I just believe her when she says she got shot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even hear Tory deny that she got shot. So if she did indeed get shot, even
I mean,
I
I
don't know.
can't even say that. I can't even say that because we've known, history shows, bro, that we know that altercations and assault, those cases with, boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife, we've seen in the past that, people try to get the others in trouble. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Okay. Oh, you went mute. You on mute right now. You on mute. Bro, unmute your phone. You on mute, bro.
hello? Go ahead. What you said now?
You was on mute.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
I can't hear you.
That's wild, man. That's someone you're in.
Yeah, man, I can't hear you at all.
That's crazy, bro.
Probably because I just ended the call. Yeah, a little technical difficulty. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can hear me?
Out of there.
You can't hear me.
I don't hear you.
All right, shut it down. Shut it down. And then you can try to hit me back.
I can't hear nothing you saying, bro.
Damn, dog. We might have to shut it down, dog. We might have to shut it down, cuz.
Yeah, bro. I'm finna have to end it. I'm gonna hit your line.
All right, yeah.